Hello, amazing, beautiful people. I am so excited to be back here with you again. And today, the topic is joy. How do you get to a space where you don't need anything or anyone to bring you joy? Now, it doesn't mean to say that you live your life on your own and you don't hang out with people and happenings and things that you do don't bring you joy. But how do you get that really deep seated, oh my goodness, I'm on fire, and have that joy? Now, the biblical definition for it, joy is a perpetual gladness of the heart that comes from knowing, experiencing, and trusting Jesus. And I put that in my debatable question this week just to see how people would respond to that. Really, it's kind of just a bit of fun, to be honest. But the joy in this is, as a child, all I ever wanted to be was happy. I just wanted to be happy. But happiness comes from happenings. And it means that if I leave my key to happiness in somebody else's pocket, in other words, I leave it so I only feel happy when I'm having a glass of wine, or I'm only feeling happy when I've nailed myself at the gym. You're on a treadmill. You're on a treadmill that you have to be doing stuff to feel happy. And I want to get beyond that. That's just like surface level. It's like, and there's got to be a deeper reason. There's got to be a deeper joy. There's got to be a deeper level. And so I've learned lots of different things. And the perspective, the lens I look through is one of joy, is that everything happens for me, not to me. So in other words, everything that happens is for a reason. It's to grow me. It's to help me feel love, whatever it might be, which means that whether things go well in my day or don't go well in my day, in theory, or as I expected them, they always go well because there's always a reason, there's always a purpose, and it's always to lift up, and it's always to bring joy. Now, I'm not saying that obviously when you have to have your dog put down or something horrendous happens, then yes, that's rubbish. But it's awful. It's like horrendous. And my gorgeous son has had to have 2 dogs put down in the last month, his working dogs that he loves dearly. And it's broken his heart. But there has to be a reason. There has to be something good. There has to be something that comes out of that. And there has been. He got actually blessed with a dog the following day on his 21st birthday. So he lost a dog the day before. Accident happened on the farm. Really horrendous, awful. Got to get through it, got to work through it, got to have things happen. And then Wally kindly blessed him with another dog the following day. Unbelievable favour. And this dog is probably better than the dog he had before. This dog is amazing. So, everything happens for a reason and a season, and it's always for good, and it's always to bring joy. Just when we're in it, it doesn't always feel like that. And so every moment of every day brings me joy. The joy of learning, the joy of growing, the joy of connecting, the joy of loving, the joy of giving, the joy of being alive, of being limitless. The fact that I've got so much ahead of me that is so good. Oh my goodness, I want to just jump out of bed every morning. And my husband will tell you that I don't jump out of bed every morning, but I do love getting up and going out into my day. So what is it that brings people joy? What is it that makes a difference? Some people, like Carol Dweck, look at it from a closed mindset, open mindset, or a fixed mindset, open mindset. So it's kind of different for everyone. But there's some things that I have seen that have helped me to see joy in everything. And the first thing is to have a hope and a purpose and a future. It's to not be dictated, so being future present, not past present. Looking, and my husband, oh my goodness, he just came up with a cracker the other day. So he said, you live forwards, but measure backwards. I was like, boom, that's gold. That's absolute gold. So we live towards all the things that we're looking for, but we actually measure our progress, as Dr. Benjamin Hardy and Dan Sullivan, sorry, I had a blank for a moment there, would say, you're measuring your gains, and your gains are always measured backwards. They're the things you've achieved, they're the things that you've done, rather than measuring the gap, which is where you are now. to where you want to be, because that's always going to change. It's always going to be a gap there. The other thing that I've noticed is, in my case, because I am so blessed to actually hang out in the Jesus space, is that I have a knight in shining armor who is always there for you. It's always there for me. It's bonus, like 24/7. I just get what I need when I need it. It's amazing. So I have nothing to fear because I've always given what I need as I need it. It's a little bit like, there's a beautiful story, just trying to think who it was. No, it's gone. It's gone, which is dreadful. And she said to her dad, Dad, how am I going to cope with all the things that I need to do in life? How am I going to know? How is God going to talk to me? And he said, he will give you what you need as you need it. He said, when do I give you a train ticket? Do I give you a train ticket for your train ride a year before, 3 weeks before, 3 days before? No, Daddy, you give it to me as I get on the train. Boom. So I don't have to worry about anything. I don't have to worry about what I'm training tomorrow. I don't have to worry about, yes, I do my planning. Yes, I'm there. But everything is always given to me because we're seeking first the goodness and the greatness. And the other thing is, when people feel loved, safe, protected, nurtured, chosen, highly valued and favored, significant and here to make a difference, then we totally feel joy, because actually we're loved, we're chosen, we're safe. There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to fear. Amazing. So having that perspective makes a very big difference to how I live my life. And I encourage you to look at, what is it that you look through? What's the lens that you look through life through? And if you're struggling, you're like, well, you're a nutter cell. Like, I've got no idea what you're talking about. I'm not into Jesus. I'm not into all this stuff. Just get me out of here. Here's some really straightforward, worldly ways to find out what brings your joy. What stops your scroll on social media? So that's your first thing. What stops your scroll on social media? Because that'll be something that pricks your ears, pricks your eyes and says, oh, I like that. What makes you, when was the last time you had a really good belly laugh? Like, oh my goodness, those times when your cheeks hurt because you've laughed so much, your tummy hurts and you've had tears like literally rolling down your face. What is it that brings you that kind of belly laughter? What is it that brings you that amazing joy? So that's number 2. And number 3 is a little question for you. What would you do in the next hour if you had no holds barred? You could do whatever you like. Like, money wasn't an issue, where you were in the world wasn't an issue. You could just do and be with whoever you wanted to be. What would you do in that next hour? So that was number 3. So we've had 1, social media, what stops you? 2, what makes you belly laugh? And 3, what would you do in the next hour if you could do absolutely anything? Have a think about it. Number 4, what are your 3 favorite memories in life and why? So what are the top three things, top memories that just, oh my goodness, they were the best part of my life so far? And why were they the best part of your life so far? And then this one's a bit of a curly one. So 4 is kind of your top memories, so 3 memories, but it's actually number 4. And 5 is, if you were Prime Minister today, right now, in that seat, I'm so grateful I'm not. But if it was you, what would you change? What would be the first law that you'd want to pass? Or what is this thing in the system that you would change up to make this world or your country a better place? So those are my top 5 of just thinking about what really brings you joy, because it also helps you understand what you stand for and what you stand against, what's important to you, that brings you love and peace and joy and just floats your boat. Because as human beings, we do things for 3 reasons. We go towards pleasure, our joy. We go away from pain, because actually that makes us move. And we do things because we're intrinsically motivated. And intrinsically motivated means that it comes from within. So hopefully some of those 5 questions will have helped you to think about what comes from within. Now, I love you all dearly, and I hope you've had the most amazing week. I really want you to nut this out. There is a much deeper dive on VIP, so if you want more about this, then go and see VIP, because that would be an amazing way. Having a full worksheet, how to do it, how to get what you want would be amazing. However, this hopefully will have made you realize and think about what brings you sheer joy. So I love you all. If you've got something out of this, if this has been helpful, please put it on my page, go onto my social media, share how this is making a difference for you, or just direct message me. That would be joyous. Sal, I really enjoyed this today. This is the one thing that I took away from today's training. That would make it gold, because I'm here to serve you. I'm here to give the best that I possibly can so that we can all live our best lives. So I'd love you to just share what brings you joy. Have an amazing, God bless week, and just have fun and joy. Love you all.